This is going to be video number 66 on your Firearms Defense channel. Okay, this video today is going to be about two recent YouTube videos that I watched, and I think everyone who is interested in our Second Amendment right to keep and bear arms and to defend ourselves should watch these videos, because these videos represent what is typical of the average mindset out there, which would deny us our right to keep and bear arms and in fact do away with our Second Amendment rights. Now I'm going to have notes here, so I'm going to check these things off as I read them. I hope you'll excuse that, but there was just too much here to commit to memory. Okay, the first video is called "Take My Freedom, Not My Gun" by someone named Liberal Viewer. And what it is, it's a real-time, it's a debate with Bill Maher, and it's Democrats in favor of gun control. Okay, the second one is a reply to that video. It's called "Take My Freedom, Not My Gun?" ? That's the name of the first one too, by the way. "Take My Freedom, Not My Gun" by Liberal Viewer. This one is reply to "Take My Freedom, Not My Gun?" by someone named Thor Smith Saw. It's spelled Thorsmittersaw. Now, on the second one, I participated in a rather spiritual debate. I got involved in the ongoing debate on that video. Now, normally I don't do this because I have 134 subscribers now, and my time is spent, answering all the individual correspondence with my subscribers and answering their email and their inputs and stuff like that. And I view that as my main function, so I don't ordinarily get involved in these debates, but I did get involved in this one, and I got in a rather spirited participation with someone named Weissher. It's Weissser, and all of our debates are on the second video, and you might find those of interest. But anyway, after we engaged in our round of heated debate, I wished him well and signed off, and I thanked him for his time in the Marine Corps and fighting for our country. And in fact, I subscribed to his channel, so I like to think I left that on a note of positive, uplifting will and all that. So anyway, the themes of these two videos and these two debates, in fact, the general overall theme of these debates were resistance is futile against the government. That was the first theme. The second one was the Second Amendment rights are outdated because now we have lawyers and bureaucrats and police departments to protect us, so we don't need Second Amendment rights anymore. So the idea is that these things are all outdated and the government's got all the firepower, and resistance against them is futile anyway. And these people pointed to Waco, and they pointed to Ruby Ridge as prime examples of this, how the government just ruthlessly exterminated these people who were against them. Well, here's the thing you have to remember about Waco and Ruby Ridge. Now, these people were not dedicated freedom fighters. They were not dedicated patriots. They weren't somebody who said, well, the government can't take our freedom because I'm willing to die to defend it. They weren't these type of people. They were just a loose band of people who maybe had a few excess weapons, but they weren't your hardcore cases, basically. Now, when I speak of hardcore cases, I'm thinking of other things exactly and specifically. Now, here's what I mean about being dedicated and being a dedicated freedom fighter and overcoming the force of the government. The fact is, the United States government is not invincible. Just because we have all the firepower in the world, that does not make us invincible. We can and easily will be defeated, as I'll point out in these following examples. Okay, now I did some research on these. I'm by no means a great historian. I don't know, everything about these, and I didn't major in history in school or anything. So I just did a quick bit of research on these things on Wikipedia and took some of the very, very basic facts I need. And in fact, that's about all I'm really going to have time to cover on this YouTube video, because we're only allotted 10 minutes. But anyway, as far as resistance against the government, now, we won World War II. I assume we won it because there was a formal surrender thing, and the Japanese and the Germans did in fact sign surrender documents, and we were told we won it, so I assume we did. World War II, in fact, ran from 1939 to 1945. It ended under Harry S. Truman. And here is exactly and specifically what Wikipedia says about it. I'll read this word for word. By executive order of President Harry S. Truman, the U.S. dropped the nuclear weapon Little Boy on the city of Hiroshima on Monday, August 6, 1945, followed by the detonation of Fat Man over Nagasaki on August 9th. And for that reason, we won World War II, because the Japanese surrendered after that. We did a total and complete annihilation of the enemy, as is supposed to be done when you're trying to win a war. The next one I have up here is the Korean War, which lasted from 1950 until 1953. June 25, 1950 to July 27, 1953 to be specific and exact. Two different presidents presided over this war. They were Harry Truman from April 12, 1945 until January 20th, 1953. And the next one was Dwight D. Eisenhower from January 20th, 1953 to January 20th, 1961. Well, we lost that war. How do I know we lost it? It's simple, it's easy. There's still a North Korea, there's still a South Korea, there's a 38th parallel. Enough said about that. Next up, we have the Vietnam War, which lasted from 1955 until 1975, when Saigon fell. The list of presidents who presided over this debacle is extensive. There's 5 of them. There's Dwight Eisenhower, John Kennedy, Lyndon Johnson, Richard Nixon, Gerald Ford. That was truly pathetic. To watch the fall of Saigon on TV with people scrambling aboard helicopters and hanging onto the rails trying to get out of there while the North Vietnamese overran that city, that was truly pathetic. It was just a total and complete disgrace to our republic. Now, once again, how do I know we lost that war? It's easy. We lost it because there's a North Vietnam and a South Vietnam. It's just that simple. It doesn't get much simpler than that. Okay, I have a couple of minutes left here, so I'm going to cover the Iraq War and the war in Afghanistan briefly. Now, I can't honestly say that we've lost those wars because we're still fighting there, but I mean, what the hell, we've been in Iraq for I don't know how many years now. We've been in Afghanistan for I don't know how many years. There were people there before us. They didn't do any good. Every day that we're over there, we have people getting killed. Nothing's being accomplished. The enemy is still over there. They're still going strong. They still speak out against the United States. We still haven't captured Osama bin Laden. We've accomplished absolutely nothing over there. And unless somebody knows something I don't, it looks to me like we're going to lose these wars too. So these are examples of how you can do resistance against the government, even the United States government, about how standing up for your Second Amendment rights and your right to keep and bear arms and your right to have concealed carry and your right to defend yourself is not an exercise in futility. In fact, it's necessary to ensure the freedom of our republic and the freedom of the citizens who reside in it. And that's 9:31 into this video. I'm going to end it here, and I'll see you on video number 67.